4 items from the grocery store cost over $400.
Spent $23 to get 5 items. 2 boxes of biscuits, some Woolworths brand.
Grocery prices are up 50% since 2019. Salaries are flat. I don't know how people with families are surviving this economy.
I got a dozen eggs, a jar of peanut butter, rice cakes, and a card, and it was $39.
Okay, what the fuck is going on with food right now? This is literally 93.7. It's all organic or whatever, all grass-fed for $10.49 fucking pound.
I just went grocery shopping in South Australia for the week, and it only costed me 54 American dollars.
Milk, $3.45 for 3 liters, or $2.99 for 2 liters.
But please explain to me, how are you shopping at Woolworths? Like, what the fuck?
The cost of living in Australia has become a daily concern for many people, and nowhere is it felt more strongly than in the grocery aisle. What used to be a normal weekly shop now feels like a shock every time we reach the checkout. Prices are rising, budgets are stretching, and many people are asking the same question. How did basic necessities become so expensive? From fruits and vegetables to milk, bread, rice, and cooking oil, grocery prices have increased noticeably. People are changing how they shop, switching brands, cutting down on essentials, and still struggling to stay within budget. For students, families, and working individuals, grocery shopping is no longer just routine. It's stressful. Every item added to the trolley comes with a calculation. At the same time, rising grocery prices are only one part of the bigger picture. Rent, housing affordability, fuel, electricity, and everyday bills continue to climb. For many households, a large portion of income goes toward rent, leaving less money for food and savings. The pressure adds up, and the cost of living feels heavier month after month. Some are frustrated, some are tired, some are just trying to adapt, but every story matters. Talking about these issues helps people feel less alone and helps others understand what life is really like right now. So stay with us, listen to these voices, and share your own experience. Because the cost of living isn't just about money, it's about how people live, cope, and survive every day.
Grocery prices are up 50% since 2019. Salaries are flat. I don't know how people with families are surviving this economy.
Okay, what the fuck is going on with food right now? This is literally 93.7. It's all organic or whatever, all grass-fed for $10.49 fucking pound. That's ridiculous. Even down here for $85.15, it's more. It's $11.50. That's organic or whatever. It's still, you have 96.4 for $8 a fucking pound. What the fuck's going on?
Not that anyone needs a reminder about how expensive groceries are, but I just went to the grocery store and I got a dozen eggs, a jar of peanut butter, rice cakes, and a card, and it was $39. $39. Like, legitimately, what are people doing? Like, there's no way that you're grocery shopping the same that you used to, right? Like, you literally just have to make changes. This is crazy.
4 items from the grocery store cost over $400. I got mayonnaise, I got some beetroot, I got some bread, and I also got a lightsaber, or a dark saber. Over $400, like, inflation has just gone out of control.
How much do everyday food items cost in Australia? Obviously, starting with tea bags, $4.10, 2 litres of milk, $3, 12 free-range eggs, $8.50, wholemeal bread, $2.80, 1 avocado, $3.50, 1 kilo of bananas, $4.50, pesto, $1.85, pasta, 90 cents, 1 kilo of chicken breast, $12, the good stuff, $7.90, and a little sweet treat for $2.75. And we're out of there. Let me know how you think that compares to the UK or wherever you're from, considering that is probably the most expensive supermarket in Australia.
Just once, I'd like to get back in my car after being in Coles or Woolworths and not feel like I've been taken for a complete ride. I spent $23 to get 5 items. 2 boxes of biscuits, some Woolworths brand cocoa powder. I thought I was in Coles for a second there. 375 grams, it's not even half a kilo. And that was $8.30 or $8.50. Some breadcrumbs and cheese and bacon rolls. Would you consider $6 for a packet of cheese and bacon rolls to be the sale price. They were on sale for $6, marked down for $6.50.
I can't believe I'm actually making this video, but please explain to me, how are you shopping at Woolworths? Like, what the fuck? 15 things. I bought 15 little things. Here are the 15 things that I bought. $84. $84 fucking dollars. Like, what the hell? For 15 things, and most of them are like home brand. And you want to know the kicker? Like, the absolute kicker? I saved $58. I can't believe this, guys. Like, it's a sad day. It's a sad day to be an Aussie. And honestly, like, bring back friggin' Franklin's at this point. I was ashamed of Franklin's growing up, but like, at this point, bring back Franklin's. Like, Aldi just isn't even cutting it anymore, guys. I'm just thankful that we can afford groceries at some point, because I know some families doing it fucking tough. Let me know your money-saving tips, guys.
Know that Aussies are spending 11% more at the supermarket checkout than they were a year ago. In fact, compared to 2021 and looking at total annual spend, we're spending more than $3,000 at the checkout. Okay, it's probably news to no one and everyone is aware of that, but when it comes to trying to save a little bit of money at the supermarket, there are some things you can do. CanStar Blue research shows that for the average household of 4, just by switching about half of your supermarket groceries to the home brand products, you could save more than $2,000 in a year. It's also important to check your unit prices to make sure you're getting the best value. And of course, making sure you shop around. Compare your prices. Try different supermarkets and always make sure you're getting the best value for you.
Pack my groceries with me. Let's see what $280 gets me in Australia. There's just a few things that I needed. I got food delivery. I want to go to the shop. I got those. I got 2 of these. It's one of those days. Probiotic yogurt, the Gippsland Tamar Valley. They were on sale because I love them. 2 thick and cream. My Macona, coffee beans. Groceries are just so expensive. I usually look at sales and stuff and I go to different stores, but I was lazy today, so getting me something for breakfast. Tiger salami, prawns. Try these frozen ones out. They were on sale, so because they were on sale, I get chopped onions. Makes my life easier. Sometimes I don't feel like cutting it. Still get this even though my kids are adults. Shapes. Stuffed bread. I don't really eat bread. Do you feel like it? I'll have this. Toothpaste. We need to brush our teeth. I got some Parmesan cheese. Bought this. Lettuce. Mushrooms. Onions. Bananas. That's my shopping haul. Is that expensive? Do you think that's cheap? What's your grocery bills like? Let me know.
I just went grocery shopping in South Australia for the week and it only costed me 54 American dollars. So I'm going to show you guys everything that I got. And the reason I say 54 American is because that's what it was converted from Australian. Also, keep in mind this wasn't even at a discounted store. This was literally at Woolworths, which is like one of their main grocery stores. Anyways, first I got a water because I needed it while shopping. 3 sourdough rolls for sandwiches. Salt and vinegar Pringles. Just 1 thing of ramen in case I want it. Popcorn. These coffee packets to make caramel ranch, another drink, these frozen treat popsicle things, a carton of milk, a thing of white sugar for my coffee and for Wheat Bix, beer battered fries, some tomato sauce, some gum, cheese, 2 things of deli meat, 1 salami and 1 turkey breast, a thing of strawberries, a thing of seedless green grapes, some lime juice because I really like it on my sandwiches and salads, some lettuce, mashed fresh avocado, and dill pickle like dip. I'm gonna try it on my sandwiches. Got a half gallon of iced coffee, some Chobani strawberry yogurt. So moral of the story, we're being scammed for groceries in America.
Hey, I'm going to get groceries. Do you want to come with me? Yeah, actually, I need to get some things too. Cool. I just need to get some basics like eggs, bread, milk, you know. Same, just enough to get me through the week. Perfect. Why are the free range ones $14 now? I don't know, but they were $7 last month, and I remember because I hesitated, and I went with the cage ones. Are you going free range? I'm gonna stand here for a minute, and I'm gonna mourn the $7. Right. Lettuce, $5? What? That is criminal. Do we just not eat vegetables anymore? Maybe we should just get like frozen peas or something and just like lie to ourselves. Cool. Alright, well I just need some milk and then I think that's all I can actually afford, so. Do you want almond or oat? What's cheaper? Neither. They're in a tie for stupidly expensive liquids. Tap water and disappointment it is. Wait, I just need to get some pasta. Okay, how's the pasta looking? Normal. Awesome. I think pasta is the only thing that hasn't changed. Awesome. Should we check out now? Yeah. Should I look? Don't do it. Really? Is it $72? I told you not to look. We didn't even get dinner food. I think we're just paying for survival, not satisfaction. Cool. I'm gonna really enjoy these 4 meals.
I went to 7 different grocery stores to figure out which store has the cheapest prices. I recorded the price for 5 grocery staples. They are milk, eggs, chicken, bananas, and bread. I was very surprised what store ended up winning. I first stopped at Whole Foods. Milk, $4.99. Eggs were $4.49. Chicken, $5.99 a pound. Bananas, 55 cents a pound. And bread, $4.29 for the least expensive loaf. Keep in mind, I'm looking for the cheapest item in that category. So for most of the stores, it will be the value brand. Our grand total for Whole Foods was $20.31. As expected, it was quite expensive. Our next stop is Kroger. Milk, $2.89. Eggs, also $2.89. Chicken is $4.99 per pound. Bananas are 55 cents per pound. Bread, $2.69. Now, that brings our total to $14.01 for Kroger. And now we're at Trader Joe's. Milk, $3.99. Eggs, $4.49. Chicken, $4.99 a pound. Bananas, 23 cents each. I actually took this one home to measure it, and it turns out that they were about 54 cents a pound. Bread is $1.99. This brings our grand total to $16 even for Trader Joe's. Moving on to the famously cheap Aldi. Milk, $2.65. Eggs, $2.72. Chicken, $3.49 for a pound. Bananas, 49 cents a pound. Bread, $1.39. That brings our total to Aldi to an impressive $10.74. It's Costco time. Since Costco's a wholesale club, I'm going to let them cheat a little bit and give you the price as if it was just the same quantity as the other stores. Kicking it off with milk, $2.65. Eggs, $2.70 for a dozen. Chicken is listed at $2.99 per pound, but the cheapest package I could find was over $25. Bananas would be 49 cents a pound. Bread is $2.50 per loaf, bringing Costco's total to $11.33. Here we are to Walmart Neighborhood Market. Milk, $2.62. Eggs, $2.72. Chicken, $2.57 a pound. Bananas, 49 cents a pound. And bread, $1 for an entire loaf. The total for Walmart is $9.40. Our last stop is Target. Milk, $2.69. Eggs, $2.79. Chicken, they were out of stock, but I found online it was $3.79 a pound. Bananas, about 59 cents per pound. Bread, $1.50. This brings our grand total for Target to be $11.35. So where should you shop? That would be Walmart. They were actually the cheapest. I was very surprised by this because I thought Costco, given the wholesale nature, would actually be the least expensive. If Costco didn't win, then I would have expected Aldi to win. However, they were still more expensive than the Walmart. Give me a follow if you want to see more content like this.
Is Australia more expensive than the UK? Let's go through a grocery shop and compare. Now I'm comparing Tesco versus Woolworths because they are both sort of the median. So let's run through. Now, at the time of making this video, £1 British pound will get you $2.02. So I'm going to put the UK price, and I've already converted it for you, and we'll see who's the winner. So let's start with some meat. Now, 5% of 500 grams beef mince in the UK will get you £5.19. Here it is £5.45. So the UK is the winner. Now let's go for some chicken. So per kilogram of chicken, £6.56 in the UK, and the equivalent here is £5.45. So Australia is quite cheaper. Let's go for some eggs or chicken poop. £3.25 here in Australia, £2.88. So Australia is cheaper again. Microwavable rice, so for the same packet in the UK is 60p, here is 89p, so quite a bit more expensive considering we're a lot closer to Asia in Australia. No weekly shop is without some pasta, so the same packet of own brand pasta is 69p in the UK, here is 50p, so Australia wins. Now let's go for the universal comparison of inflation, the Freddo. So I had to do it per 100 grams, in the UK £1.94, here the equivalent is £1.42, so a bit cheaper to get your chucky in Australia. Let's go for what really matters, Marmite versus Vegemite. So for a similar sized jar in the UK is £3, here it's £3.82. Oof, love it or hate it. Now let's talk about alcohol. So in the UK a bottle of Jack Daniels will cost you $34.50, here $43.63. That is hella expensive. Just for the same bottle. It is really expensive to drink in Australia. So make your judgment whether which one is more expensive. I don't know if it kind of balances, but that is for you to decide in the comments. Let me know what you think.
In 2025, Australia's cost of living isn't just going up, it's tearing families apart. If you've noticed more people moving back in with their parents, working 2 jobs, or relocating interstate just to survive, you're not imagining it. Today, we'll break down exactly why the cost of living in Australia is reaching crisis levels and how it's affecting families like yours. Let's start with what we mean by cost of living. It includes everything from rent and mortgage repayments, groceries, petrol, power bills, and even the price of childcare or a doctor's visit. In 2025, inflation has eased compared to the peak of 2022, but prices haven't dropped. Instead, essentials remain stubbornly high. For example, average rent in major cities like Sydney and Brisbane is now over $700 per week. A weekly grocery shop for a family of 4 has jumped by over 20% in just 2 years. And childcare costs are consuming up to 1/3 of household income for many working parents. So why is this happening? Stagnant wages. While prices surged, wages barely moved. Most Aussies saw just a 3 to 4% annual increase, which doesn't cover a 7 to 9% hike in living expenses. Interest rates. To fight inflation, the RBA hiked interest rates multiple times. Great for savers, but mortgage holders are now paying hundreds more per month, forcing families to cut back or refinance under stress. Housing shortage. Demand outstrips supply. Immigration has rebounded, but new housing hasn't kept up, pushing prices and rents even higher. Childcare and healthcare strain. With fewer subsidies and rising costs, many families are being forced into impossible decisions. Work more and pay for care, or stay home and cut income. And if this is making sense so far, hit that like button so more people can understand what's really happening too. So what does this mean for you, or your neighbor, or your cousin who just moved to rural Queensland to escape Sydney rent? More multi-generational households, delayed life milestones, people can't afford to have kids, buy homes, or retire early. Mental health is suffering. Financial stress is the #1 reason for anxiety in Australian families in 2025. And couples are being pushed to breaking point. Money fights are now a leading cause of divorce in Australia. Here's one takeaway. If you're struggling, you're not alone. The system is squeezing people from all angles, and real change will only come with policy shifts, wage reform, and housing action. The Australian cost of living crisis isn't just about money. It's about families, futures, and survival.
Good morning, it's Thursday, and we are heading into Horsham to do grocery shopping at Aldi. We're stopping on the way to look at some plants and garden things. This is what camps off on the road. It's a planter in a combi van. Alright, we're at Aldi. We forgot our little Aldi coin, but a $2 Australian coin will work as well to get your cart. So Thursday at 11:30 in the morning seems to be a very busy time at Aldi. It's weird. Sure. Salad kits. $5. Sausages. $10.49. Pork roast. $9.99. Chicken schnitzel. $9.99 and $9.49. Milk, $3.45 for 3 liters, or $2.99 for 2 liters. All right, they have eggs today. $5 for half a dozen. Organic. How much are those?
$5.69.
$5.69.
Free range.
Free range.
Large eggs.
Large eggs. Hawaiian pizza frozen, $4.49. So the grocery haul, $459.32 Australian, which comes out to be $290 US. That's not too bad. Unfortunately, our money comes in US dollars and we're spending it in Australian dollars, which right now works in our favor. So anyway, that was our day at Aldi.
As we come to the end of this video, it's clear that rising grocery prices and the growing cost of living in Australia are more than just financial issues. They are affecting how people eat, how they plan their lives, and how they feel every day. What used to be small decisions, like what to cook or what to buy, have now become careful choices shaped by price tags. For many people, grocery shopping has turned into a stressful experience. Comparing prices, switching brands, skipping items, or buying less has become normal. Families are cutting back, students are budgeting tightly, and even full-time workers are feeling the pressure. When basic food items become harder to afford, it impacts health, routines, and peace of mind. At the same time, grocery prices don't rise alone. Rent, housing affordability, fuel, electricity, and other everyday costs keep increasing. A large part of income goes toward rent, leaving less money for food and savings. This creates a constant feeling of stress, a sense that no matter how careful people are, it's hard to stay ahead. What stands out in the stories shared today is how common this struggle has become. People from different backgrounds are facing the same concerns. Some are worried about feeding their families, some are skipping meals, some are anxious about the future. These experiences are not rare anymore. They are shared by many, and that makes this issue impossible to ignore. This video was created to give space to real voices, not to blame or create fear, but to build understanding. Talking openly about the cost of living helps break the silence around financial stress. It reminds people that struggling does not mean failure. It means the system is under pressure. If you're watching this and feeling overwhelmed by rising costs, please know that you're not alone. Many people are doing their best in difficult circumstances. Feeling tired, frustrated, or worried is a natural response, not a personal weakness. And if you're someone who isn't directly affected right now, listening still matters. Understanding these experiences helps build empathy. A society where people struggle to afford food and housing affects everyone, from workplaces and education to health and community well-being. We also want this channel to be a place for honest conversation. Your opinion and experience matter. Whether you're struggling, adapting, or observing changes around you, sharing respectfully in the comments helps others feel seen and heard. If this video helped you understand the situation better or made you feel less alone, consider liking it so it reaches more people. Subscribe for more real conversations about cost of living, housing, and everyday life in Australia. Sharing this video could help someone realize they're not facing these challenges alone. The cost of living crisis doesn't have simple solutions, and change won't happen overnight, but awareness is a powerful first step. Every story shared and every conversation started helps bring attention to what people are truly experiencing. Thank you for watching till the end. Thank you to everyone who shared their thoughts, and thank you for listening with an open mind. Until next time, take care of yourself, support one another, and remember, everyone deserves access to basic necessities and a life with dignity.